Life is all about choices, right? But how many of you really agree that life is all about lost opportunities, right? No one gets everything what they want in their life the way it should. There are always setbacks, there are always ways and different things can happen, and that may change your life direction and the way you want to do things. So I always believe that the lost opportunities could be because, number one, you are poor academics. You may not have studied well, probably, yes. You may have goofed up, messed up on something, your project or some interviews or whatever. And the third most important thing which I felt in my 30, 40 years of life here is insecurity of others. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Insecurity of others, which means that you are doing great, but the others see you as a possible competition. And in order to thwart that, probably do some action in such a way that you lose that opportunity. Probably some of you probably are too young, you're students, you're not experienced that, but when you go ahead in your life, probably you will see that, and hopefully you remember what I said in those days, those times, right? So some of things I can relate what I said because it happened with me. I was not a great student, so I didn't have a great marks in my college days. So and competition was extremely tough, and if you don't get marks, you don't have an option to just do a simple BAC and then think about what you do. And that's what I did because I didn't score good marks. Obviously, I mean, whatever reason, I don't want to go into the reason, but yes, that happened. Now, once you come out of your graduation, you don't know what to do. So I delved in a few things here and there, worked with my relatives in their business and all. But the technology bug was catching up those days, and that also caught up with me. And then I started doing something in the technology field. I did some courses, and those days campus interviews were not being heard. The term were probably not coined, and we were got opportunity for a tech company, a tech giant those days. And me and my course mate, we were selected. We were told that you will get your appointment letter in 15 days, and you can join. So I immediately did a kind of an announcement session with my family and friends. I got a job with this company and all. And my friend got this appointment letter, and till today I haven't. So I'm still waiting for that. But in the meanwhile, the company has wound up, gone where it is, I don't know. But that's a different story. So this is a kind of an opportunity lost for me. Though I have excelled, but I don't know what happened, where happened, and I was just doing nothing. So those days were a little bad. So I was looking for a great break, got a break in a company. And then when I joined that company, I realized that, and I made a vow to myself, that no matter whatever happens, this kind of a situation should not again occur with me. So what I did, only which I know, is hard work. Smart work was not there that point of time because computers were just coming up. So you have to do a hard works and perseverance, and that's how I did. I did some decent work. So a company posted me into a different odd region. I did excel well. I was sent on some specialized training, came back, joined another company, did well. Company sent me abroad for some trainings. I came back. Then armed with that technical knowledge and the kind of acumen which I acquired, I felt that I should be doing some kind of a certifications. Now, the certification bug hit me during about 30 years back. That time, there was a certificate called Novel Netware, and I don't think that company exists anymore. Yeah, they exist, but probably in a different form. And they were supposed to be the toughest examination those days. Yeah, obviously a little bit costly. Somehow I decided to go for it and successfully achieved that. One thing which I realized then was, once you acquire such certifications or such knowledge, the perspective of others changes drastically, because when you put that logo in your business card and show it to the customer or whoever it is, he thinks that he knows that you know something which he doesn't, and obviously you get more and more respect. So that's one way of it, looking at it. Second thing, if you want to really do good, you need to acquire skills. Now, certification is one skill, but how do we get knowledge? Now, today, getting knowledge is a bit of a simple. Your mobile phone is a kind of a repository of anything and everything. You can ask a question to ChatGPT or Google Gemini, and it comes presto, right? But 30 years back, that situation does not exist because computers or the internet was just being, I think in India, the internet came probably in 1995. I'm talking a little earlier than that. So, so what we have to do, whatever we can lay our hands, and I remember those days when if you want to do some knowledge, you need to get some specialized computer magazines, and those magazines were never ever cheap. And you don't have that much of money, what you do? So you figure out a way, you try to do kind of a developer rapport. So I used to handle some of the customers which had, which were media houses, and they used to get this, so developed rapport, got the machine, got those things. Even photocopying was an expensive proposition those days, and some of us are probably sitting in this may agree with me. So what do? So take your paper and pencil, pen, and start making notes, because that also you cannot afford. So a lot of things which happen, and I think I'd made some decent choices in my life, and I can probably tell something about it today. Three things you could probably can come across, or you should be doing it when you are faced with adverse situation, or I would say lost opportunities. So what are choices you have? You have to do a hard work, smart work, but I would say you should be thinking about 3 P's. These 3 P's are patience, persistence, and perseverance. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You need to be patient. Suppose you don't get what you really want to achieve or what you want to get. If you lose hope, you lose patience, nothing will work. And you will start delving in that thoughts again and again and again. Probably may have a nervous breakdown or some kind of a thing which might affect your health, your parents' health, your loved one's health, and so on and so forth. So take the things in its stride, keep your chin up, and try to address the situation to the best of its knowledge. I mean, as people say that attack is the best defense, so probably you do that, and that way you can probably win over it. Persistence, you need to keep doing things. And perseverance, obviously, once you do things again and again, you will see this success. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day.